Okay, so a day later, and it went from 90 degrees to, what is it, 68. It's struggling to reach 70. So good riding weather for me. Not so good weather if you're, a person who likes really warm summer with temperatures. But that's all right. I moved the mic back into the helmet more, so we'll see if that makes a difference at these higher speeds. I probably have to yell a little bit, but that's all right. I hate this corner only because you can't see what's coming around the corner there. And there it is, Salem Mound Cemetery. That's it's a pretty common cemetery for this area, really. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And this is pretty typical for this area. Of course, you get into Chicago and Milwaukee, they have much bigger cemeteries with, see, somebody has a water pump as their headstone. Go figure. But Chicago and Milwaukee, they have cemeteries with park benches and stuff, and not quite as nice as the ones that I saw there in Copenhagen through Transcendental, but they're decent. These are pretty much this. I mean, this is it. There isn't a whole lot more to it. Nice, but they're privately owned, so anybody can be buried here. You don't have to live in this town to be buried here, but most people are. Well, there's one that seems to have a broken headstone. And then there's all sorts of rules and ordinances that they want you to follow, and But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, just making sure I'm not speeding. I didn't think I was, but I really wasn't paying attention. I was close, but still. So, and I'm going to stop in here one day and talk to this guy. There's a cycle place in here, but I don't know if he does like business on the side or if he's just there are people around here who have here, let's go in here. There are people around here who have their own shops because they don't want to dirty their garage, so they'll rent a shop. So I don't know if he's that, or if he has a legitimate business going on there or not. Anyway, might be good to know him. Public boat access. Yeah, there's actually a few people out too. Well, hardcore fishermen, no doubt. Local ordinances: slow, no wake slow, so on and so forth. That's where you launch your boats. I don't know where that bridge goes. I've never been across it, so interesting. I'll have to do that one day. Come back here, see where that goes. This is actually all part of the forest preserve here in Silver Lake. And actually directly across the lake there's a a house that was used for filming of the Amityville Horror movie. They actually did a lot of filming there. In fact, I remember them blocking off that road when I was working over there, so that they could film it. Anyway, house has been there for a long time, and it's up for sale now, I guess. And so you got a cool 1.3 mil. You can own it. I guess the owners are pretty firm on the price too. I think they're going to have a hard time justifying 1.3 mil, even though the home was actually used in a pretty famous movie. That was what, 80s? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like late 80s that movie came out. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, I don't know that it's really relevant today, and they might have a hard time justifying it. Now, this is this is downtown Silver Lake, so don't blink or you'll miss it. Lots of law offices, but we have in Wisconsin, last I heard, and it may have changed, but we have the most bars per population of any state in the continental U.S. That is, we have more bars per person than any other place. I don't know if that's changed, but it kind of makes sense. We got 2 major breweries in Milwaukee and a bunch of craft beers. I forget what they're called. They used to call them craft beers, but I guess they're known as something else now. Anyway, but basically a bunch of mom-pop breweries that have popped up over the years. So I suppose it kind of makes sense that they want an outlet for all that beer they're producing, right? So, not to mention we have many, many wineries around here. In fact, coming up on fall here, so I might have to make a run out. If this setup works, I may have to make a run out to, there's a winery, I don't know, half hour from the house or whatever, but I wouldn't go on the tour necessarily. That's something my wife wants to do at some point, so I'll wait and do it with her, but I can like run through the orchards and through the parking lot and just kind of see what it looks like. Anyway, so this is the road that the Amityville Horror house is up for sale. This is the road. If I see it, I'll point it out. I tend to forget which house it is, but I think it's the only one here with a for sale sign. So it might not be too hard to pick up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I may have passed it already. But it's kind of like these, set way back almost to the lake. Lots of front yard that is fenced off. I don't have anybody behind me. If I see a for sale sign, I'll stop because that'll probably be the one. These homes almost never go for sale, so people really like living on this lake. I'm not really particularly sure why. I mean, it's a nice lake, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Oh, that's it. That's the one with all the windows. Probably should have stopped. But no, there's a car behind me, so we're creeping up behind me. So actually a lot of land for sale around here now. Not so much on the lake, but another gun club, a different one. Silver Lake Park, that's a forest preserve. I suspect that little bridge back there goes through here, but not entirely sure. That is something I'll check out though, because I didn't even know that was there till now. My little baby doesn't like hills, apparently. Yeah, I gotta watch it. It should be 55 through here, and it's 35, and it's a wee bit irritating. But unfortunately, this is a big road for a lot of weekend riders, and the cops know it. And while it's not the weekend, they do like to make a presence here whenever possible, so that people get the understanding that 35 is 35, not 50. But it's what it is, right? Just a nice new home going in there somewhere called Aerial Acres. Apparently, big place. Oh, I gotta watch the time. Alright, I gotta head home. My daughter has half a day today. Oh, that's a nice house. So I gotta go pick her up.